Hello students, welcome to Applications of Trigonometry class 10. Today I will be doing few sums of R.S. Agarwal which I feel is to be discussed with you people. This question which I have written on the board is from R.S. Agarwal. It is example number 17 or 18 you find from the book because I have written the complete question over here. So first I'll explain the question, we'll draw the figure, we'll explain the figure and then I'll be solving. This question is important from the examination point of view, and if this question comes, it will come under 4 mark section. So let us go through the question. The question is saying that the angle of elevation of a cloud from a point h meter above a lake is alpha and the angle of depression of its reflection in the lake is beta. Prove that the height of the cloud is h tan beta plus tan alpha by tan beta minus tan alpha. This is a solved example, children. You can get the solution in the book as well. So let us start. The angle of elevation of a cloud from a point h meter above a lake. So first above a lake, I mean the level of the lake I am drawing. This is the level of the lake. Level of the lake. Now from a point h meter above the level of the lake. So let us suppose that this is h meter above the level of the lake. Drawn a horizontal line parallel to the level of the lake. Now it is saying that the angle of elevation of a cloud from a point h meter above a lake is alpha. So let us suppose that the cloud is here. This one is the position of the cloud. Let us suppose it is A. Now a person is over here and is observing the cloud, and this cloud is making an angle of alpha, that is angle of elevation for this person is alpha for the cloud, and the angle of the depression of its reflection. So reflection I have to draw. So whatever is the this much length, suppose this point A and in B, C, D and E. Now hold this AE I have to draw down. So this much length will not be covered. So I am rubbing it and drawing a small figure. So suppose this is the level of the lake, h meter above, a cloud, over here, angle of elevation is alpha, this is h meter, this is h meter, and A, B, C, D and E. Now this whole AD, whatever is the length, that will be drawn over here. Yes, so it is A dash. So the reflection of this cloud over here is now over here in the lake. The reflection of this cloud is now in the lake at A dash. Now this person who is at the position B is observing the reflection of this cloud in the lake at the point A dash and making an angle of depression of beta. So over here we have to prove that the height of the cloud. So height of the cloud will be how much? This one. This is the level of the lake. So if the suppose the height of the cloud we are supposing as capital H, then we have to find that capital, or we have to prove that capital H equals to h tan beta plus tan alpha by tan beta minus of tan alpha. Now seeing this trigonometric ratios and the variables and all, children, don't be confused, don't think that it's a tough sum. It's a very easy sum. Only the thing is that proceed in this way, that what I have to get tan beta, tan alpha, and then we will be getting the value after substitution as well. So children, over here this is the angle of depression. Obviously this angle is in clockwise direction, so but in standard 10, as I said, negative positive is not considered. So if you want to do it positive, what you can do is over here you can construct this angle is beta, and same same calculation you can do in this triangle as well. But as I said, in standard 10 negative angle is not considered, so we can do our calculation in this triangle only. So let us proceed. The introduction part I am not writing, you write. Let A be the position of the cloud, B be the position of the observer. Let X, Y be the level. Okay, I am writing. Hello. Solution. I'll wrap the introduction afterwards. Let x, y be the level of the lake, and B be the position of the observer at a height h meter above the level of lake. Let A be the position of cloud such that angle ABC equals to alpha degree, and A dash be the reflection of the cloud. I repeat, children, language you can write by your own. Make the language as short as possible so that the teacher, the evaluator could understand. It has been the reflection of the cloud in the lake such that angle CBA dash is equals to beta. Now to prove let this also you write, let the height of cloud equals to AD equals to DA dash equals to capital H. Then you will write to prove capital H equals to H tan beta plus of tan alpha by tan beta minus of tan alpha. This much part you just frame by your own. You can see here as well I am rubbing. Now I am going to the solution part. So this proving part, proof. So two right angle triangles are there and I have to prove two right angle triangles, triangle ABC and triangle BCA dash. Now in right angle triangle ABC, AC is the perpendicular, and in triangle BCA dash, CA dash is the perpendicular. So let us first find the length of the perpendicular. Now AC will be equals to AD minus of CD. Now AD is capital H and CD is small h. So AC will be capital H minus of small h. Similarly, CA dash will be equals to CD plus of DA dash. So this will be equals to capital H plus small h meter. This much. And over here, here to here. So children, if you understand this H minus H and H plus of H, everything is sorted out. Rest everything you will understand. So again I repeat, in triangle ACB, AC equals to capital H minus small h, and in triangle BCA dash, CA dash is equals to capital H plus of small h. Now let us proceed. Proof. In right angle triangle ACB. Now children, obviously in to prove part we have tan alpha tan beta only, so no need to see any other ratio. Directly tan alpha tan beta we will be finding. So in triangle ACB, tan of alpha equals to tightly pulled back. Now if I suppose this as x, we can write AC is equals to capital H minus small h by x. Now I need over here small h, but I want to prove capital H equals to this much, but I don't need this small x. So we can write x in terms of the other ratios, other terms. So this implies x equals to capital H minus small h by tan alpha. I think you understand what I want to say. What I mean that we want to eliminate x because x is not needed in the required to prove part. Again, in triangle BCA dash, tan of beta equals to tightly pulled back. So what we will write? A dash C by BC. Now A dash C is capital H plus small h by x. Now this implies x equals to capital H plus small h by tan of beta. Very simple. What we did? In triangle this, we calculated the value of x. In triangle this, we calculated the value of x. Why? Because now we will eliminate x to equate equation 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 implies capital H minus small h by tan alpha equals to capital H plus small h by tan of beta. Now cross multiply. Capital H minus of small h tan beta equals to capital H plus small h tan of alpha. Opening of the bracket. So capital H tan beta minus small h tan beta equals to capital H tan alpha plus of small h tan alpha. Now we need capital H to prove like this. So we will be keeping capital H term one side. So H tan of beta minus capital H tan of alpha equals to H small h tan of alpha plus small h tan of beta. So we are we are reaching at our solution. So capital H is common. H of tan beta minus tan alpha equals to small h common, and since it is given tan beta plus tan alpha, then we will be writing as such. But if you write tan alpha plus tan beta, then also no issue, it's correct. This implies capital H equals to small h tan beta plus of tan alpha by tan beta minus of tan alpha, and hence what we will write? Proved. And if you have done by your own, this happy face is for you. So children, practice this question properly. You can use the quad ratio also, and afterwards you can change to tan, but the easiest way is this only. You practice it, understand the question again and again, and you do, at last you do by your own. Now the same question, if in place of small h alpha beta one value is given, then what we have to prove? That also example is given in this R.S. Agarwal. It is given as example number 19. So I am making it question number 2 over here, and the angle of elevation of a cloud from a point 60 meter. Now in place of small h it is given 60 meter. Above a lake is 30 degree. So in place of alpha it is given 30 degree. And the angle of depression of the reflection of the cloud is 60 degree. So in place of beta it is given 60 degree. Now find the height of the cloud. Over here the proving part is not given. It is written that find the height of the cloud. So over here it is written that find the height of the cloud. So children, same question, actually similar question it is, but in place of the variables the values are given. So process, everything will be same, figure also will be same, explanation also will be same. I mean introductory part, everything will be same. You try to do this question by your own, but I am solving over here because both the questions are important. So first I would like the children you will do, and then you will see whether the answer is matching or not. So let us change the required things. I mean whatever it is given we will be writing over here. Alpha is given 30 degree. Over here it is given 60 degree. This is how much? 60 meter. So over here capital H minus of 60, and over here capital H plus of 60. Meter. And anything else to be changed? No, the rest is correct. So I am only starting the this solution part directly. The introduction and all you will do by your own. Directly I am starting. What I have to find? I have to find the height of the cloud, that is I have to find capital H. Let AD equals to A dash D equals to capital H be the height of the cloud. Height of the cloud in right angle triangle ACB. Tan of 30 degree equals to tightly pulled back equals to H minus of 60, H minus of 60 by X. This implies 1 by root 3 equals to H minus of 60 by X. We don't need X, so I'll eliminate X. This implies X equals to root 3 into H minus of 60. Let us make it equation number 1. Now again in the other right angle triangle, A dash CB, A dash CB, tan of 60 degree equals to tightly pulled back. This implies root 3 equals to H plus of 60 by X. This implies X equals to H plus of 60 by root 3. Let us make it equation number 2. Now from 1 and 2, we can do by substitution method also, but I like this eliminate. We will eliminate X. From 1 and 2, we have root 3 into H minus of 60 equals to H plus of 60 by root 3. This implies 3 into H minus of 60 equals to H plus of 60. This implies 3H minus of 180 equals to H plus of 60. This implies 3H equals to 240. This implies capital H equals to 240 by 3. Will it be 240? Oh sorry, this is capital H minus H, it will become 2H. This 3H and this H will become 2H. So this will be 240 by 2. So this will be equals to 120 meter. Therefore, height of cloud equals to 120 meter, and this is the answer. So I have done similarly. I don't think repetition of explanation is to be done. I think you understood. So generally in the examination, it happens generally that either of these two questions comes in the examination. So practice it properly. Obviously whether it comes or not, all the questions whatever we practice don't come in the examination. So it's an important question. Both the questions are important. Practice it properly. Now let us move to one more question. Now let us move to question number 3. Question number 3 which I have written over here is another solved example. In my book it is example number 20. In your book you see the numbering, which example number it is. I have written the question over here. The question is saying that a round balloon of radius r subtends an angle alpha at the eye of the observer while the angle of elevation of its center is beta. Prove that the height of the center of the balloon is r sin beta into cosec alpha by 2. So before solving the figure I have drawn over here, but even then I am again drawing the figure for your sake to explain it. I am not rubbing it. Just suppose this is the circle and O is the center of the circle. A round balloon of radius r. So this is the round balloon and its radius is r. Its radius is r. Now this balloon is subtending an angle alpha at the eye of the observer. Now suppose observer is at the ground level. Suppose this is the position of the observer. Now this balloon is making an angle alpha at the eye of the observer. A round balloon of radius r subtends an angle alpha at the eye of the observer, while the angle of elevation of its center is beta. So elevation is always the angle between the horizontal line and the line of the sight. So what it is saying, while the angle of elevation of its center, now center, the observer is seeing the center and the angle of the elevation is beta. So this whole angle is alpha, this angle is beta. Now we have to prove at the center of the balloon, prove at the height of the center of the balloon. Now suppose from here, the center of the balloon, we are drawing a perpendicular. Now this is 90 degree. Then we have to prove that, suppose I name over here OD, then we have to prove that this OD is equals to this much. So I think you understand. Again I am repeating, a round balloon, an observer. Now this round balloon is making an angle alpha at the eye of the observer. Now this observer is making an angle of elevation beta with the center of the balloon. So this one is the center of the balloon, यहाँ पर 90 degree, and then this angle is beta. Now what we have to prove is the height of the center of the balloon is this term. So let us start. Now if this whole angle is alpha, then this one is the center. If we join the line from the center to the point, obviously these two triangles are congruent, and hence this one is alpha by 2 and this angle also is alpha by 2. This angle is alpha by 2 and this also angle is alpha by 2. Means these two angles are alpha by 2 each. So let us start. Let the introduction part. Okay, let O be the center of balloon of radius r, let C be the position of observer, then angle ACB equals to alpha implies angle ACO equals to angle BCO equals to alpha by 2. Also angle OCX equals to angle OCD equals to beta, because angle of elevation always in a right angle triangle, and it is given that angle of elevation from the center of the balloon is beta degree. Now to prove is that one. To prove OD equals to, let us suppose H meter something is not given, is so only H we will suppose, H units. OD equals to H units equals to H units, only H I am writing, equals to R sin beta into cosec alpha by 2. So I am starting the solution now. I am in proof. So proof. Take care whenever such question comes. Don't think how to do, what to do. See what ratio is given over here. That only ratio you find in which triangle it is valid. From that triangle you find the value of those ratios. You will be definitely getting the required proving part. So sin beta. Now in right angle triangle, see beta is forming an angle in which right angle triangle? Now beta is forming a right angle triangle in this. This one is beta. So in triangle OCD. in triangle OCD, what we have to find? Sine beta. Sine of beta equals to some people have. So we'll be writing OD by OC. Let us make it equation 1. Now alpha by 2. Alpha by 2 is forming a part of a right angle triangle of triangle OBC. This triangle, or triangle OAC. This one is 90 degree. So in triangle OBC, cosec of alpha by 2. Now sine is some people have, so half people. Cosec is half people. Now for this triangle, perpendicular is OB and hypotenuse is OC. So half people means OC by OB equals to OC by OB. Now OC by OB means OC by R. Okay. Now over here we don't need OC. OC we don't need. So we will be eliminating OC from equation 1 and 2. Now this implies, let us cross multiply over here. You will be able to understand more nicely like this. Cosec of alpha by 2 equals to OC by R. I am wrapping this one. Now this implies OC equals to, let us cross multiply, R cosec alpha by 2. And from here, this implies OC equals to, let us cross multiply, OD by sine beta. This let us make it equation number 1 and this one equation number 2. Now from 1 and 2 we get, because left hand side is equal, so we can equate RHS. We get OD by sine beta equals to R cosec alpha by 2. This implies OD equals to H equals to R sine beta into cosec alpha by 2, which was the required thing which we have to prove. So this is the required to prove part and hence proved. And this one is the nice smiley if you have done the sum by your own. So this also is another important sum. Let me go to the next sum. Question number 4 which I have taken is, again it is one of the solved examples of R.S. Agarwal. In my book it is solved example number 17. You see in your book which number it is, because I have written the complete question over here. The question is from the top of a lighthouse. From the top of a lighthouse. Suppose this is the lighthouse AB. Now from the, and obviously this will be the horizontal level. From the top of a lighthouse, the angle of the depression of the two ships on the opposite side of it. So one over here and one over here, let us suppose. So over here C and D. Two ships are there on the opposite side of the lighthouse, and the angle of the depression of the two ships on the opposite side of it are observed to be alpha and beta. So angle of depression is observed to be alpha and beta. So this angle is alpha, this angle is beta. So because of alternate interior angle, this also angle will be alpha and this angle will be beta. And this one will be 90 degree. If the height of the lighthouse is h meters and the line joining the ships passes through the foot of the lighthouse, show that the distance between the ships is, so the distance between the ships will be CD. We have to prove that CD equals to h tan alpha plus tan beta divided by tan alpha into tan beta. So let us suppose over here CB distance is x meters and BD distance is y meters. So we will have to prove that x plus y equals to this much. So in this question also, children, I am not writing anything over here. Directly I am writing. You have to solve by your own. In triangle A, B and C, tan alpha will be equals to h by x, and tan beta in triangle A, B and D, tan beta will be equals to h by y. Now from over here, this equation, x will be equals to h by tan alpha, and in the second triangle tan beta will be equals to h by y, so y will be equals to h by tan beta. Now what we will do is simply add 1 and 2, so 1 plus of 2 implies x plus of y equals to h by tan alpha plus h by tan beta. So we will be getting the answer h tan alpha plus of tan beta divided by tan alpha into tan beta, and hence the required solution. The introduction part, where is the top of the lighthouse, base of the lighthouse, where are the ships, these all introduction you will be giving and will be proving. So once you draw the figure correctly, once you understand the question correctly, the solution is very easy in height and distance. So this was the last question from my side from this chapter, that is trigonometry, applications of trigonometry, whatever. So children, you practice more sums, find more sums and do it, and if any doubt is there, definitely children, you are the most welcome person. So please do ask me the doubts from any of the channels, whatever you wish, and from next class I'll be introducing the next chapter, that is quadratic equations. Till then, goodbye and thank you children.